Hi everybody, it's Sarah. Today's video is a pick a card for a timeless spiritual message. This is a spiritual message, not a religious message. And what that means is this is a message to help you with your soul's growth and as you progress along your path to ascension or evolution to being the best version of you can be. So think of it as helpful advice speaking directly to your soul. There are no wrong answers on the spiritual path. We are all walking a path together, but yet separately. When this video pops up for you, that's when you need to hear the message. And also, this is probably something you already know, so think of it as confirmation. I have pulled 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle card deck, and this will obviously be my take on the cards. And because of that, it will not resonate with everyone. And that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. They're on the screen now, so use your intuition to pick the card that resonates with you the most right this minute. Take your time, look at the cards, but yet don't overthink it. And it's okay if multiple cards are calling you. Just trust your intuition. There is a timestamp below if you would like to jump ahead and just check out one particular card's meaning. And also, if you're being drawn to all 3 cards, that's perfectly fine too. No worries, just watch them all. You probably have a bigger, more complex message that will resonate with you right now. But do let me know which card you picked. I would like to see which card was picked more often, so let me know in the comment section below, okay? All right, so just trust your gut instinct, and let's go. And the first card is Show the World the Real You, the Full Moon in Aquarius. So, this is pretty self-explanatory. Maybe you haven't been showing the world who you are because you're fearful of people not liking you or accepting you. Maybe you think that people are going to think you're weird or odd because you don't fit in with what you think society says you should be. And this is really common in the spiritual world. I have seen very talented psychics, mystics, channelers, card readers, and particularly empaths and healers hide their abilities in an attempt to try and fit in. And by doing that, they deny who they are. They deny their authentic self. And I'm not pointing the finger because I think we've all been through it from time to time. But when we hide our gifts, when we ignore the messages we receive from Spirit, when we downplay our abilities, we are not being authentic. So maybe take today and journal out what you're afraid of. What's the worst thing that could happen? And where does this fear originate from? Did something happen to you in the past? Has something happened to you recently? Or is it something from a past life? Or is it just one of those fears that we pick up that stops us from moving forward? And be gentle with yourself. Okay? We all go through this. And believe it or not, I even filter how much I tell you guys. I'm a whole lot weirder than you really know. It's okay to step out there and show the world who you really are. And you can begin by doing small things, maybe posting some things you wouldn't normally post online. And probably you will not get the reaction that you're expecting. While there are some trolls out there, the majority of people out there are really nice. Something else you might try is leaving comments on videos and talking to other folks, finding like-minded people. And then you'll realize that maybe you're not as weird as you thought you were, or that people aren't going to react to you as negatively as you believe, or judge you as harshly as you think either. This is a big step. It's moving out of your comfort zone. But the rewards are enormous because once you do, you'll connect with the right group. You'll find your tribe. You'll find other people who are, guess what, just as weird as you are. People that resonate with the same things, people that enjoy the same hobbies, people that are interested to talk about things that are maybe not what the majority of society talks about, like spiritual lessons, crystals, stones, meditation, as opposed to, TV shows. So it's okay. It's okay to step out there and show the world the real you now. Because honestly, we need you. The world needs all the light workers now to be authentic and to help. So this is a really strong message. So we're starting off pretty intense. Okay, let's flip the next card. And the second card is A New Start is Coming, the New Moon. So if you chose this card, this means that you're probably beginning a brand new cycle in your life. The moon cycles are very powerful, as you know, through astrology, and affect life on Earth greatly. The new moon itself is a time of new beginnings. It's a time when we take those ideas that we've been formulating and we plant them, we begin them. The full moon is when we harvest them, so it's the end of the cycle. It's when we reap what we sow. With this, we're tilling the ground, we're planting the seeds, and we're beginning a new cycle, a new period of growth. So this can be exciting, but it can also be somewhat disturbing too, because it means we're ending a cycle as well. And you may not be ready or feel that you're ready to let go of things from the past or to move out of your comfort zone and begin a new cycle. And all of that is normal too, happens to all of us. The thing is, we don't grow when we stay in our comfort zone. It's comfortable and we like it, but we know that there's something missing. We're not being challenged. We're not evolving because there is nothing to challenge us. So you see why it's important that we continue to grow, we continue to explore, we continue to try new things. To grow and evolve on our spiritual path, we have to make changes. And I'm relatively sure you know what needs to change and you know what you need to do. So if you haven't begun the new cycle yet, this is your sign. It's time. It's time. And if you've just begun the cycle, take this as confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. And we need to continue learning as well as challenging our perceived knowledge, because some of the things that we believe may not be actually true. This is an exciting time for you, beginning a new cycle. And it is okay to have a few misgivings as you begin the new cycle. You probably aren't sure what's going to happen because you don't know if you're going to like these new changes until you actually live with them, till you implement them. And that's normal too. But trust me, most people say, I wish I'd done this years ago, rather than saying, I regret making those changes. So stay positive, focus on what you want to achieve, and know that you got this. You can do this, you can move forward, and take time to embrace this new beginning, because this new energy means that you've completed the past cycle, you've learned the lessons, and you're leveling up. So that's wonderful. So embrace the journey and know that you do have everything you need to begin this new cycle. Okay, let's flip the next card, which is the last card. If you chose it, your message is, and card number 3 is the full moon in Pisces, balance spirituality and practicality. Ouch, right? Are you living a balanced life? Are you as equally tied to the mundane world as you are the spiritual world? And if not, why not? Because that's what this is about. This is about balance. Because we are on the human plane, we're having a human experience. That's what we signed up for. That's why we're here. So what does that mean? Balance spirituality and practicality. Honestly, it's a very personal balance, and it's something we all have to work towards so that we don't end up spending too much time in the spiritual world and not enough time taking care of routine business like paying your bills or proper hygiene or those kind of things. And it also works the other way too. When we get so wrapped up in, trying to get a car loan that we don't meditate, that we don't, take care of ourselves spiritually. And that's what happens most often is people become too wrapped up in the mundane world with practicalities like applying for car loans or getting insurance or things like that, that they think they don't have enough time to meditate, that they don't have enough time to say affirmations, or they don't have enough time to practice spiritual self-care. It is tricky, and it will change from day to day, year to year, decade to decade, how much time you can really focus on staying balanced. I can tell you though, one of the big secrets, overall happiness or the amount of time we spend suffering, is tied to this balance. When we become so out of balance, that's when we start suffering. That's when we lose hope, and that's when things get out of control in our lives. So even though you're busy and maybe even feeling overwhelmed by so much happening in your life, make time to meditate. Make time to say affirmations daily. I've got some videos, and there are many, many good affirmations and meditations online. It doesn't take very long, but it can definitely change the energy of your entire day. Same thing with meditation. When you're really feeling stressed, that's when you need to meditate. That's when you need to practice yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong. There are so many different things that you can do that cost nothing but time that will make a big impact in your life. But remember, it's just as important to build in time for mundane practicalities in your life as it is for spiritual stuff. There's a Buddhist quote, which I'm going to paraphrase, about what happens after enlightenment. Basically, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. So it doesn't really change anything the more spiritual you get. You still have practical responsibilities in the mundane world, and you need to make sure you address them. Well, maybe I need to explain that. I think it does change everything in the mundane world because it eases our suffering. When we do embrace spirituality, those chores no longer seem so horrible, because you're able to stay focused in the moment and not have worry about the future or regret about the past. But that's for another video. I think this card, though, reminds us it is our responsibility that you don't end up spending too much time in either world, and strive for balance in all you do. I hope you enjoyed this little mini card pull. If you did, let me know in the comments section below. And also, if you would like to work with me one-on-one, I'll put my information up here. And of course, you can find me at serenityreikiclinic.com as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.